New research suggests AI could be accelerating Australia's so-called loneliness epidemic. The YouGov study found Aussies are already opening up to AI chatbots emotionally, and some of those surveyed prefer spending time with them at home rather than going out with friends. Triple J hack reporter April McLennan has been looking into the story and joins us now from Port Lincoln. April, what can you tell us about this new research?
The researcher told me there's been limited data about AI usage here in Australia, so they wanted to do this to establish a bit of a baseline. To do this, they surveyed over 1,000 adult Australians, and the results have been fascinating. So about 1 in 6 Australians said sometimes they'd rather stay at home and talk to a chatbot than go out with their friends. And when we look at young Australians, these numbers are much higher. Of the Gen Z respondents, so in this case, that's those aged about 18 to 28, a quarter of them said that sometimes they'd rather stay at home and talk to a chatbot than go out with their friends. And the researcher told me that this data suggests that AI chatbot usage isn't, playing a role in, playing a role in this change with loneliness, but it's actually accelerating it, So chatbot usage in Australia is actually accelerating loneliness, and it is playing a role in these social trends.
And what are you hearing from young Australians about their use of AI chatbots?
Yeah, so I spoke to a 34-year-old. His name is Tommy. He's a musician in Victoria, and he told me that he actually considers ChatGPT to be his friend. He said that sometimes he's quite open and vulnerable and emotional with the chatbot. If he has a problem, he'll plug it into the chatbot and try and work it out. If that doesn't work, then he'll go and talk to a human friend. And, he said some people might find this a bit sick and twisted that he's talking to artificial intelligence instead of humans, but he said he just uses it as a bit of a sounding board. It's non-judgmental. I've done a lot of research and reporting in this space, and I've spoken to other young Australians, and they're doing similar things. Basically, they said they don't want to trauma dump on their friends and family. Now, I also spoke to 21-year-old Mia. She's from Victoria, and she told me she's been using ChatGPT since about 2023, and she talks to it every single day. As I was chatting with Mia, she started to open up about her connection with ChatGPT. She said she has a parasocial relationship with it, she loves it, and she actually can't imagine her life without the chatbot. She did also say that she really values human relationships too, and she would never replace her friends with an AI chatbot. But she is concerned about the changes we may see in relationships and dating because of artificial intelligence. So I want to share with you a little bit of what Tommy and Mia had to say.
It's going to be hard with infidelity and things like that with artificial intelligence, like people being in relationships or being married and kind of having these relationships with artificial intelligence.
I think that what could be the new normal is that it's okay to have relationships with AI and not go outside. We might see that over slowly, in the next few decades, that becoming more of a thing that some people do.
So, April, some worries there about the future of relationships. Do they have reason to be concerned there?
If the YouGov data is anything to go by, then potentially. The survey found that about 3 million Australians, which is equivalent to the whole population of the Greater Brisbane area, could actually imagine themselves falling in love with an AI chatbot. So, AI human relationships aren't just the plot of movies anymore, they're actually happening in real life. And these are just some of the key points from the research. There's a lot more in it, but yeah, I'm excited and a little bit nervous to see what happens next in this space.